The day of the patch is here, guys, and today we're gonna get the new champion rebalance, plus, of course, the most important thing that we do need in Raid Shadow Legends, some new badges, and, of course, we're gonna get some avatar frames, because we've been requesting them for a very, very long time. Just kicking in a bit of a sarcasm. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. I am currently on the test server, guys. In today's video, we're gonna have a look at the newly improved Gurgoh the Augur. Initially, I haven't really thought much about him as being a massive threat, right? But keeping in mind how dynamic Live Arena is, I really think that Gurgoh the Augur, he will be coming into the meta, and he is actually much better than he was before. Now, when we were back in the Tao clan ages ago, a few of my clanmates used to run Gurgoh instead of Warlord, as a more budgetish option, right? If you did not have a lockout champion. And he was doing an amazing job with his skill that was removing a buff, if I remember it correctly, or 2 buffs. And then he was landing a freeze. So he was quite a bit of a threat. But that was only for like a few weeks or so till people started to basically understand what Gurgoh does. After the rebalance, I'm actually really impressed with him. So with the A1, nothing really changed in here. Attacks one enemy 2 times, places an extra hit if the target has a freeze debuff, which is definitely very helpful. The A2 completely changed, because right now you're going to remove all of the buffs, not just 1 or 2 buffs. You're going to remove all of the buffs. You will place a freeze, and you will grant an extra turn, which will allow you to move into the next AoE attack. Now, this one right here used to be a single target skill. The Avalanche, right now, it became an AoE skill, where he will attack all enemies, will place a defense down for 2 turns, and will place an extra hit if the target is under a freeze debuff. So that is actually really solid. Now, considering that this is an AoE, of course, the multipliers changed from the single target. And considering that my build is not even Savage, and I'm actually getting pretty solid results, I would say that this has a 4-point plus multiplier. And then, of course, under freeze, you're gonna hit another time, which makes it really nice. Then we have the passive, which just had a slight increase in the chance of landing the freeze versus the attacker, and increases the damage inflicted by allies against enemies under a freeze debuff by 25%. So basically, it's mitigating that damage reduction that the freeze debuff brings, which makes him really nice. And the creme de la creme, he actually has a 30% speed aura for arena battles. One thing that I'm kind of like finding hard in live arena, sometimes depending on what champions I'm taking, is that sometimes I'm left without speed aura, right? So it will definitely enable you to actually be faster as well with this aura. And I really think that is going to be quite a bit of a threat if you guys are building this champion right. So first, we're gonna try him in this team, guys. I'm slowly gonna change the comp and bring in different champions and stuff, just to kind of like give you a grasp of what he can do. He's going to be the main damage dealer as well. Now, of course, it will be a bit riskier when you have a lot of polymorph on the enemy team, because he does have a lot of chances to get polymorphed. But thanks God, we have the pinpoint, we have the feral set, which will actually be really powerful on the champion. I'm gonna run Arbais for increased attack and increased accuracy. We're gonna run Krixia, we're gonna run Sifi just to give us more turn meter. Of course, you can run an Arbiter. The main thing is you have a couple of different options on how you can build the champion. Either you're gonna go on a hybrid build where your accuracy is gonna be lacking a little bit, or you're gonna go full damage, right? Or you're gonna go full accuracy. So you have more than a couple of options, right? You can use him just as a threat and don't really give him damage, just high speed and accuracy. Because he can just do this, look. Freeze everybody. Beautiful. Extra turn. Defense down. And an extra hit on enemies under freeze. That Siegfried right there, he was frozen. He was not able to use his skill. So right now, because I do have Krixia, I can actually reset. If no, I would have to basically do different things. For example, I do have Arbais in the team, right? Which will enable me to do this and remove that block damage. And then with the rest of the champions, I can just slowly take him down. Freeze again, because why not? We can do it. And now we're going to go A1. 1, 2, and we were going to place an extra hit anyway. So I feel like he's definitely something interesting. Now, of course, Every champion, every team will have counters in raid, guys, so that's one thing to keep in mind. But we are going to attack quite a few different teams. Think about Armans. He's not going to be as powerful as Armans, of course, but he can be one of those champions that can cause you serious damage, right? And I'm talking damage in terms of issues that he can actually create for your team, because that freeze is absolutely nasty. Look at that. And removes all buffs. We got resisted on Sifi. That was 100% the 3% chance. And look at the damage. We just one-shot pretty much everyone. I think we hit reaction. I'm not sure if it was on Yumek or was on that Kaimar. But either way, sorry, we do have enough firepower to get a team down. Sifi, of course, had no freeze. She cannot sleep us because we have the pinpoint buff, right? Which is actually really, really nice. And from here on, you're just basically dealing with Sifi. 33k with the A1 out. The ignore defense was coming from the masteries. Let's try this team that Hell Hades has. So it's a pretty solid team. Hopefully we are going to be faster, right? That will be a bit important in here. Are we? Are we faster? Ooh, at the limit. It seems like we are, but at the limit. So we haven't removed the stone skin from the champions. So right here, we're going to boost our thermometer. Let's get that done. And put a freeze. Beautiful. We removed all of the stone skin. We froze all of the enemy team. And right now, it's time to clap them. Time to clap them. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. So we're basically doing ice versus fire here. And it's not Game of Thrones or anything like that, but Gizmak versus Gurgoh. It's gonna be a pretty interesting combination from here on. Let's attack this team. I'm definitely gonna drop Krixia, bring in Warlord, because we don't want to get any weak hits on Ancora and Armans. That will definitely create us some issues in here. So let's boost our thermometer. Let's get that increased attack up. They do have a tick bolster set, so we might not be able to... Even like this, we got resisted on her 3% chance. Come on, man. Come on, game. So we're not going to be able to kill them probably because of the bolster, right? Still was not bad. Was definitely not bad. So I'm going to quickly metamorph and actually put a taunt on for the rest of the champions. Let's take him down. Okay, she revived. Ooh, and that Armans is going to be very nasty now. Okay, polymorph. That's good. That's good. Not the worst thing that can happen. We don't have freeze on that Ancora, but I'm still going to try to take her down. 1, 2, no increased attack, not enough damage, of course. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooh, that's nasty. That Narcissus. He has some very good RNG on this fight, but you know what? We're going to get more thermometer, and we're going to try to basically cut in front of that Wukong. A1 again. Let's take... so close to take Ancora down. So close to take Ancora down. Is he going to use the A3 or is he going to use the A2? That's my main question. Okay, that's fine. That still gives us a chance to basically win this fight. Lock. I haven't seen if we locked that Ancora. Probably she has all of the skills on cooldown. Maybe that's what happened. I'm not 100% sure. We should be able to basically right now use the A2. Freeze. Defense down and kill everybody except Narcissus. Narcissus survived. That's fine. We should be able to sleep him right now because Ancora is dead. We should be able to boost our thermometer and basically recoup. We had a bit of a bad RNG with 3% chances and seems like Armans has the skill available, but then we land that freeze on him. That's fine. That's fine. We are still in the fight, guys. We are still in the fight. Let's put him to sleep and then we're going to end his miserable life because this is getting annoying. Let's put that revive on that. Perfect timing. Let's sleep that Narcissus. Okay, we got polymorph. That's fine. I want to kill you. I really want to kill you, to be honest. Okay, that's done. That's done. We can lock their skills. And maybe, just maybe, we can finally get this victory in. This is a long fight. The RNG literally makes me sweat in here. 3%, don't lock them, revive with all of the skills available, and it's time for Gurgoh to come in play and give these guys a clap. Give these guys a clap. We're definitely getting close to that clap, though. We're definitely getting close to that clap. So let's boost a bit the thermometer. Okay, that's fine. Narcissus, go down. We've got the victory. Finally, we've got the victory, guys. Now, we only have almost 600,000 damage from Gurgoh. 588k. Was a long fight. And look at Narcissus. Look at Wukong. They haven't dealt that much damage. And to be honest, they use that the main skills quite a bit, actually. So I feel like we are in a pretty good spot with what we have right here. Let's try to see if we can find another. Okay, there we go. He has Gurgoh in his defense. Let's go versus Nub. Okay. I think I can mainly keep the same team. I'm going to go with Krixia, actually. Let's go with Krixia because we can reset the cooldowns of the skills. So this is not necessarily going to make him amazing for Classic Arena, guys. I'm not saying he's not going to be good. Of course, you can definitely use him. But for Live Arena, I really think he's going to be very, very nice. Freeze. Buy. There you go. Almost buy. So right now, whenever Sif is going to take a turn, she will target, of course, Gurgoh, which will have a chance to land another freeze with the passive. And I still have the intercept buff on, which is definitely very, very nice. That's what you can do with Gurgoh after the buff, guys. I do think that he is 100% much, much better. Now, I feel like all of these teams, they just basically repeat and repeat and repeat. Let's actually try... Let's try a team like this. This is going to be a bit nasty. But I do want to try this team. And again, he's the only damage dealer that we have in the team. So we have a Marichka. She's going to reset with a revive with a passive, right? A lot of crazy thing will happen. And seems like Arman's just attacked us and he got frozen. He got frozen even though he stole our Thermitor. So that is something to keep in mind. I do think that is a very, very nice touch. Of course, most likely we're going to lose our champion here. Marichka got frozen. Okay, we haven't lost him, which is good. Let's put him to sleep right there. Extra hit on Marichka. That's fine. Not enough firepower in there. Let's boost our Thermitor a bit. There's no point to put anyone else but Armans to sleep. And we've got our skills available. Freeze. 3% on Armans. We killed Ancora, but we haven't killed Marichka, funny enough. That's fine, because we're going to be able to recoup in a second. Look at that! That's actually really interesting. Ward of the Fallen Blessing from Narcissus proc the skeletons, which attacked Gurgoh, which froze Narcissus because of the blessing, not even for his hit. At least it looked like it. That's actually amazing. So, yeah, I am feeling Gurgoh now. I am 100% feeling Gurgoh. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about Gurgoh now? I do think that he's actually pretty damn solid. As I mentioned, you do need that pinpoint on him because if not, he's really going to be a polymorph magnet. But I feel like he's definitely a very, very solid champion now. And I'm definitely liking him a lot. So let's do that. Let's take them all down. I'm going to show you the build after this run. I feel like we've done enough fights. We don't really have any different teams that we can run in here. 1, 2, bang, go to sleep. And you're going to notice that the build, in terms of damage, is really not crazy because he's not savage, okay? He's not savage. And he still deals pretty good damage. Look at this. 314k, and we took down a pretty strong team. Marichka, Narcissus, Ancora, which is a +2 as well, and Armans. And Armans got clapped here. He used the A2 to open. He got frozen after he stole the Thermitor and whatever else he did. So he was not able to actually move into the next turn and polymorph somebody. So that's actually a pretty good thing that I haven't thought about it before, right? So let's go over to Gurgoh. I have him built on double perception and 4-piece pinpoint set, guys. Yes, the stats do look pretty good. The speed is decent. He's a +4 champion, right? So I am gaining additional stats. But this is his build. 49k HP, 6.9k attack, 2.7k defense, 298 speed. The more speed, the better. Of course, as I mentioned, I tried to do a hybrid build. Full crit rate, 257 crit damage, 581 accuracy. Now, I'm not saying it's an easy build or anything like that, but it's not a crazy build either, right? Like, if I could reroll the boots, if I could reroll all of the pieces and actually be on my main account where I have better pinpoint gear now, I could definitely make a much crazier build. And once I'm going to get a higher blessing on Gurgoh, especially a 6-star, getting the 3 damage, getting the speed, getting the accuracy will just kind of like push him to the next level. So honestly, I really think that Gurgoh is a very, very solid champion. You can pair Pinpoint with Perception, Pinpoint with Savage if you want, Pinpoint and Stone Skin, or just build him on 8-9 piece Pinpoint if you can do so, and you're gonna get tons of additional stats. The sweet spot will be a 6 piece, so you have at least 2 intercept stacks on him, because that will 100% ensure that you're not getting polymorphed all the time. One thing to keep in mind, once you land a freeze on the enemies, and if polymorph did not proc, and then you're going in with the defense down and the enemies did not took a turn because you're gaining the extra turn, you're not going to trigger that polymorph again. So you're still going to keep your intercept buffs, you know, so that's actually pretty solid. Now, in terms of a blessing, I do have polymorph on him. You can go, of course, with a different blessing if you like. You can go with Intimidating Presence if that's something that you want. Lightning Cage to protect your intercept buff, or you can go even with Soul Rip if you want, you know, but I feel like Polymorph is a good touch on him because you're going to have accuracy regardless if the blessing is a 1-star, 2-star, or a 6-star. Masteries, offense, and support. I do have Helm Smasher as tier 6. Now, if you're planning to go on a full accuracy control build, no damage, definitely go with Eagle Eye to get more accuracy. But that's pretty much everything for Gurgoh, the Augur, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As I mentioned, I do think that we're going to see tons and tons of them in live arena. As usual, much love, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.